So these are the top reasons why young people say they're leaving the church, according to a 5-year study done by the Barna Group. So parents, pay close attention, because this is why young people say, after they graduate high school, when they don't want to go to church anymore, these are the top 5 reasons of why they say Christianity, or at least the church, is not for me. All right? 1, they say the church is anti-science. Now, they're going to get that in college. The professors are going to say it's not scientific to be religious or something. And then another reason is they say, well, the church is exclusive. I don't like that it tells some people that they're wrong. That's what the church is doing. Or they'll say the church is intolerant. The church is not tolerating the new forms of sexuality or other religions. Now, 50 years ago, tolerance meant something different than what it means today. 50 years ago, tolerance meant we're going to allow you to live in our presence and survive, right? We're not going to kill each other. So I would say, yes, we should be tolerant. We shouldn't say, well, if you're a Muslim in the U.S., then we need to kill you. I don't think we should be saying that. We should, yes, they have the right to life as well, okay? Tolerance today has kind of morphed into this other thing. It now means, well, you're not allowed to say that I'm wrong. That's what tolerance means. It's kind of what it means today, all right? Another reason is they say, well, we want to leave the church because the church is overprotective. Everything is demonized. Everything is wrong. Don't touch that, smell that, listen to that. Everything's bad, 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 right? Legalism, in other words. So be careful with legalism. If something is not a sin, don't call it a sin. What was the problem that the Pharisees had? Is it that they were liberal or that they were legalistic? It was legalistic. Everything's wrong, right? In the Old Testament, the problem was liberalism. The Jews, had a problem following God's law. In the New Testament, it wasn't liberalism. It was legalism. Everything's bad, right? Okay, next, unwelcoming. They say the church is not welcoming. It doesn't welcome people who are different, or it doesn't welcome questions. And so we have to be ready to answer people's questions, or they're going to think that we're ignorant, that we don't have the answer, okay? In other words, young people are not convinced that the church is teaching them the truth. This is in general, okay? Next, many of your children and your grandchildren are actually, when they go off to college, they're going to have their faith severely challenged. And you need to be ready for that. The professors are going to say things like this: the Bible's full of errors in it, and it's irrational for you to believe in God. They're going to say, well, Christianity is intolerant and it's even evil. Now, when I was in college in the 1990s, there's this assumption that a lot of my professors had that Christians are just stupid, and you kind of feel sorry for Christians because they don't know any better. They think there's a God, they have an imaginary friend, but Christians are irrational. And then it's kind of become that, well, not only are Christians irrational, they're intolerant, and that's not very nice. Now, the new thing is to say, well, Christianity is evil. It teaches hate because you all hate homosexuals. You hate anybody who's different from you. You hate Muslims. You want everyone dead who's not a Christian. It's like, well, that's actually not how I am. Okay, but that's kind of how we are perceived often